Hello, it's John, Vintage Fisherman. Look at this cool old ZEBCO. Yeah, she's had a rough life. The foot, somebody's cut that off to fit a rod. So I can't do much with that except for reshape it, and I'm gonna have to bend it back down. But I'll take care of that. And it needs a handle, which I'm going to look on eBay and try to find one today. But I don't even know if it turns. And I may have a handle as far as that goes. But I want to say this is going back to the 50s and maybe the 60s. Probably 60s. I don't even know if I can get it apart, folks. It's pretty messed up. We'll see what we can do with it. I got my handy strap wrench here, which I just need to set it up just for ZEBCOs. This is what I usually use it on. It's rubber, so it won't hurt it. See how it turns? Yeah, it should be right. It's pretty messed up, folks. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it apart or not. This video may never see the light of day. Let's try it the other way. Maybe I can get it loose that way. Now, somebody's jammed it on there wrong. Really, really bad. Yeah, I don't know. I unlocked that, right? Yeah. Or did I? No, I did not. That could have something to do with it, couldn't it? Let's try again. I may have to soak it in WD-40. Wow. It's messed up. Let's try the back end. Got to get into it somehow. Oh boy. Usually this thing fits in there. May have met my match on this one, folks. May have. There, got that one loose. If I can just pop it off. Golly, man. Yeah, so what's happening is somebody has jammed this cover on the front. Just take the heel of a knife and we'll get our first look at the inside of this. It's not in bad shape. I don't know how I'm going to get that off, though. It's jammed on there. I don't know how they got it on like that. We can go ahead and take, no, I can't take it apart. So I gotta get the rotor off of it. I don't know, I'm perplexed by this one. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere with it. It hasn't moved a bit. I don't think it's rusted on there because this is like an aluminum and this is like a stainless steel. It'd be pretty unusual. Oh boy. Let's see if I can. I don't know what I'm tearing up in there. I'm going through the drain hole on here. There it goes. Hey, I don't think I tore anything up. It does have line on it. We'll get that off of there. Gotta hold the handle. To get these rotors off, you would hold if you had a handle, you would hold the handle. I don't have a handle on this one, so we're going to do it like this. There we go. And you just turn this in reverse and it spins right off. To remove the spool, take this screw out. This little tab, you can slide the tab down, but since I'm cleaning the whole reel, if you're just going to remove the spool, you can slide the tab. Like I said, I'll get that line off of there. Now we can pop this loose. Well, I like it when they made them like this. They're so easy to work on. They changed this design at some point, and it wasn't for the better, to be honest with you. I don't want to seem to come out. Seem to want to come out of there. That's odd. Usually they pop right out. But I'm gonna soak this WD-40. I gotta run out today and do some errands. Figured I'd soak it till I get back. I don't know. It don't want to push out for some reason. There it goes. It is just stuck. Old grease and stuff in it. There we go. There's a washer in there, or a shim. All right, now this is retained by this screw right here. So this is different than the slightly newer ones. You'll take this screw out. It's this tab on it. That's a retainer. And then you can slide the main shaft and gear out like that. I don't think there's any shims anywhere, so we didn't lose anything there. This slides pretty easily. I think we're in good shape. We just got to clean it up really, really good. There's your drag, full of grease, of course. Oh, this comes out. It's in good shape. Most of them have the rubber either loose or gone off of that. It won't cast right without it. This will clean up really nice. I'll look in my box, see if I can't find a temporary handle for it, and I will fix this foot. It needs to be bent down. That's the first thing I need to do to it. It's like somebody tried to drill a hole in it and mount it on a piece of wood or something. I don't know what they've done. Let's do it like this. I don't want to loosen that rivet up. That's about right. It's tight. I'll reshape this. I can't do anything much more than that with it. Man, they took a hacksaw, that bad boy. And yeah, that's not quite working right. We'll work on that too. It should let that spin over a little bit further. But all right, we're gonna clean this up. We'll be back. Well, I got it cleaned up. It sounds like the dog's mad at something up there. Anyway, I'm going to put it back together before I trim this. I want to keep as much metal out of the internals of the reel as I can. So, golly, she's mad about something, ain't she? Goodness gracious. All right. Well, it's pretty simple how this thing goes back together. I just looking at this thing. I'm not sure why they made it like that with this. Other than this is just a, this isn't a retainer at all. This doesn't do anything. It may be just a, I guess it's how you space it out to the gear. What I'm seeing there. That's cool. I'm going to put some pin oil in this. It's a little bit thicker oil. Actually, I've got this stuff here. It's pretty cool stuff. I'll use this. I haven't used this stuff in a while. It's almost like a grease, but not. That makes sense. So we'll put this on there, but we won't adjust it yet. I haven't, I guess I did take one, because I do have one of these that belonged to a family member, and I wound up with it. And so I have done one of these older, I've done one of these older reels, but it's been a minute or two. So probably wouldn't hurt to put a little bit of grease right in there, but I think that oil will do. It's like almost like a gear oil. It is a gear oil. It says gear oil on it. So it's probably like an 80-90 or something like that, like you use in a car. This gear gets that nylon washer. We'll give it some gear oil. Put it in that. Actually, we could put a little bit in that hole too. All right, so now that is what you do. That's how you adjust that. We'll try it right there. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, that's too loose, because that's going to might let the gears actually strip. Oh, that's too loose too. Hang on a minute. We're working on it. What I probably should do, there's probably like a thickness they want you to get that to, like you'd use a feeler gauge for. I don't have a feeler gauge out here, but I could use that drag in there. It's probably about the right thickness. We'll put it in there kind of like that. And we'll just kind of push that on over and hold it. Okay, and we'll tighten that down, and we can pull that drag back out of there. That's too much for me. I don't like that much play. So we'll just keep on fooling with it here. It's probably very little play. 5/1000ths or something like that. There we go. I'm happy with that. A little bit of gear noise. Hold on. Okay. All right, that's about right. We'll give that some oil. This needs to get a little bit of oil. That'll need some oil. That needs some oil. That not so much. This is your anti-reverse. That. This is your drag, which I can go ahead and put this back in there. This thing was really nasty. I don't know how the drag would have ever worked if I hadn't taken this thing apart, to be honest. It it had so much grease caked up underneath it, there's no way it could have functioned properly. And it just goes into that slot there like that. And when you adjust you see how it's out like that? Well, when you adjust the drag loosely, it folds back in. So what that does is it catches the spool. All your drag is metal to metal on these reels. Extremely tough. And if you crank it out, see how it pulls that? It pulls that out against the inner section of the spool. That's pretty cool, huh? So we'll come back to that, but of course that should get just a little dab of oil in there. So we got this thing together. We'll go ahead and, this was in excellent condition. I have seen these where this is like an O-ring. You can use an O-ring here to replace this. I don't have the size written down, but I should have, but you can, if this is missing, there's an O-ring you can glue in here. It fits perfectly, but it's not original. This is original. This is not an O-ring. This is an original piece of rubber. It's cut for this reel, and I'm real happy that was in good shape. And it goes in first, and then I'm going to give this just a little bit of help here. This was a little bit dirty. The ultrasonic didn't do a great job of cleaning it, but I got it, it just took a little effort. Had to do a little hand scrubbing with cotton swabs. And see, there we go. Now, I'm going to go ahead and, I use pin reel grease. There's nothing wrong with it. It's made for reels. I use it on everything I rebuild, with a couple of exceptions. There you go. All right. So we're pretty much done on the back end of the reel here. I can go ahead and close it up. We'll put a little bit of grease right there where that makes contact with it. I think they call that feather touch, maybe. When you see that's cut out for that lock to hook into it. I don't think the newer reels have that. I don't remember them having that anyway. We can go ahead and put the spool on it. And here it's got the line out clicker. And then you got your retainer that will go on there. Get this. Just get it on there good. Hold on. Probably just dropped the retainer off. It stayed. So you put this, I always take the screw out because I clean this up good. But once you put the screw back in there, slide it up where it retains the spool. I really like that setup. The early ZEBCOs were just so damn cool for what they were. It was just, it was great. I'm gonna give this just a little dab of grease. We're gonna lubricate that pin. I mean, things like that pin, the spring, that's soldered on there. Isn't that cool as hell? I mean, pardon my language, it's just cool. I just love this stuff. We'll get it to there and we'll tighten it up good. We'll give her a spin, see how she does. There it goes. Took it a little bit there at first time, didn't it? To pick the line up. There it goes. All right. And then your cover, the drain hole always goes to the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and put the cover on it. And hopefully I won't scuff the cover working on this. And then I'll take the cover back off and clean it up after I get done repairing this this reel foot that I can't do anything about. Honestly, can't do anything about it. It is what it is. As you remember, when I took this thing apart, the cover was on wrong and timed wrong, and I still got to get a handle for it. So I'm going to cut the video right now, and I'm going to try to, that's not drawn very well. I got to work on that. I'm going to try to fix this foot and get it somewhere close to something that'll go on a rod. It may be too narrow now to go on a rod. And that sucks. It's a beautiful reel otherwise, you know. So I'm going to cut the video and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got it done. I've cleaned it back up. So, gosh, it's dented right there. I don't know what they did to this thing, but I can't fix all of it, you know. Yeah, that thing is really messed up. But I got most of it cleaned up here. I'm getting some of the metal shavings out from where I tried to recontour the end of that foot to make it look halfway decent, and so it will fit on a rod a little bit easier. But I found a handle. I don't know if it's period correct. It's pretty close, I guess. But the reel is functional. There's bait clippers working. The drag, I already checked the drag when I had it apart. It seems to be working fine. The foot, well, let me show you. Let me get another one here. So this is a later model. This is like a mid-70s. This will be like a 76, 77. There's the difference. That's how much somebody cut off that other one. I don't know why. Maybe they had a rod that just wouldn't fit on good or something, you know? And they took a hacksaw to it. So I tried to recontour it. I got it fairly close. It's not perfect. It's fairly close. The only damage to, other than that, is there's some scratches right there on the cover. No dents. I noticed that this one's got a little place here where the cover clips up into, whereas the later models, they have a little bit there. Is that where somebody over tightened it? If they did, I mean, golly, it looks like it was just made for that. I don't know, but this one doesn't have it. Just a little bit, maybe. So it's possible somebody over tightened that. But I did the contouring with my 50-year-old Dremel here. Literally, it's 50 years old. It's been in my family for a long time. I can't do anything about the missing paint unless I repaint it. But this is not really worth doing that because this is messed up. I mean, if this foot were perfect, I wouldn't even think twice about, you know, making this reel perfect. What I think this reel would be good for is you want to take an old ZEBCO out fishing, an early model, and not take one of your shelf riders out, you know, one of your collectors. This would fish fine if you can get it to fit a rod. That may be the biggest problem. It's probably going to have to go on more like a bait casting rod, not really a spin casting rod. You know, like a pistol grip spin casting rod with the clamp that you tighten down and pull. It's not going to hold this reel. You're going to have to get one you screw the clamp into, more like a bait casting rod. I'm going to try it out. A couple spare bait casters I got up there. I think I'm going to probably fish with this reel. I'll put some 8-pound test on it, and I'm going to fish with this one also. Both of these are going to get line on to be fished with. These are ones I picked up at the estate, or not estate, I'm sorry, fishing flea market, and they're not perfect, but they're good quality reels to fish with. I mean, it'd be fun, you know. Maybe me and the girlfriend will just get out and have a spin cast day. You know, we'll both take our ZEBCOs. It's going to be odd for me because I cast with my right and I crank with my left. So I'm going to have to cast right and switch hands, and I'm not going to feel fish good. So I'll probably have to use a bobber and a worm, to be honest with you, because I won't be able to use like a Texas rig or Carolina rig or anything like that, I'll have to just use some kind of live bait and a visual uh, a visual that there's a fish on my line, because I won't be able to feel it with my left. I can with my right. I'm so used to fishing with my right, but that's the deal on this thing. I'm glad I brought it back. It was pretty nasty. Yeah, I don't know if that's supposed to be like that or not. Y'all tell me. You see that? You see that on there? Kind of odd, isn't it? This thing's got a hole coming out of it. That's okay. It's well oiled. This reel will be around for another 100 years if somebody doesn't accidentally throw it in the trash. It'll still catch fish 100 years from now, maybe 200 years from now. I know it sounds crazy. These reels they're something else. They really are. I love them. You know, I've got some Penn Internationals that are worth a lot of money. And when I pick one of these up, I just grin. I just grin. I'm all smiles. They're so simple. Still got oil coming out. They're so simple that how could you not like them? You know, that's just my theory on it. But yeah, I had this handle in my box of spare ZEBCO parts. Don't even know where it came from, but it looks like this one. So I don't know if it's period correct for this reel or not. I'll find out. That's what's on it for now until I find out what it's supposed to have. And, you know, in the future, if I get one of these in that's got a great body on it and foot, but it's dented up and I need good, I'll rob the parts off of it or whatever it needs besides the frame. I'll use this one for a parts reel, but for now, it's a good reel just to go fishing with. And hey, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this one. These are fun old reels. I caught my first fish on ZEBCO back in 1969, 1970. I was probably 3-4 years old. And so, you know, I think there's a whole bunch of us out there that are hooked on fishing that caught our first fish on a ZEBCO. And it was probably a 33. This is John, Vintage Fisherman. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. And take a kid fishing. I need to start adding that to my videos. I'm really adamant about that. Take a kid fishing. And, you know, if you see that old fella on the bank, sitting in his chair, got his old ZEBCO in his hands, or in a rod holder, probably got a wobble pop sitting there beside him. Some of y'all call it beer. He's kicked back, maybe smoking a cigar. Don't bug him too much, but say hello. Show him some respect. He'll probably teach you a whole lot about fishing if he feels that you respect him. I'm just going to tell you, I've learned a lot from them old guys. This is John, Vintage Fisherman. Thanks for watching. Come on back to the next one. Well, one last little thing about this older ZEBCO 33, and I was worried about that foot not working with a rod. And I found a bait caster I wasn't using, one of my shorter rods. It's a lightning rod by Berkley, one of the original lightning rods. Old IM6. Fits that thing perfect. I mean, it's nice and tight on her. So I'm going to take it fishing. There's a few of my ZEBCOs up there. I got a few. And some ambassadors and a little bit of everything. But anyway, thanks for watching. Once again, take a kid fishing. Enjoy your day. Go catch a fish. This is John, Vintage Fisherman. Talk to you later.